Yesterday, Milton became the strongest October hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, but there's been some fluctuation in its strength, and meteorologist Rachel Dunsing is here to explain that there's more to focus on than just those wings. I mean, fluctuation up until, 45 minutes ago when it got stronger again.
Yeah, not quite as strong as it was yesterday, but we are back to being a Cat 5. So Milton is actually a slightly larger hurricane. And as we mentioned, it did go through some growing pains, but it went right back to becoming a monster. Tonight, the winds are sustained at 165 miles per hour. And as I mentioned, already back to being a Category 5. Milton is expected to weaken a bit before landfall, but this weakening trend doesn't necessarily mean Tampa and the surrounding areas are in the clear. This is still going to be a powerful hurricane, a Category 3, and the impacts, especially the water, could be deadly. Up to 15 feet of storm surge is expected around Tampa Bay and the west central Florida coast. But if the storm is expected to weaken, why are these impacts still going to be so significant? So I want you to imagine a swimming pool. If you have a lot of people in the pool, they're having fun, they're churning up the water, and then everyone gets out for a break, the water doesn't immediately go calm. It takes a while for those waves to calm back down. It's the same with a major hurricane. Just because it starts to weaken doesn't mean those big waves are going to go down quickly. And we've seen this happen time and time again. Katrina in 2005 was a Category 5 in the Gulf of Mexico, but a Category 3 at landfall. But the highest surge was still reported up to 28 feet for parts of the Mississippi coast. Hurricane Ike was a Category 4, nearly 1,400 miles away from the coast of Texas, where it would make landfall as a, quote, weaker Category 2, but the highest surge in parts of Texas was still up to 20 feet. And a storm we are familiar with, Florence, weakened to a Category 1 before making landfall here in North Carolina, but there was still surge reported of up to 11 feet in some areas, in addition to the devastating heavy rain and flooding it caused. So yes, the winds will weaken, but I hate to say it, the damage has already been done. That is why it is so important to focus on the impacts and not just the category. Water is the #1 killer in tropical systems, and those high waves and water pushing onshore could be devastating for our friends in the Gulf Coast of Florida. We are definitely thinking of them.